Everybody say, say, how can I express my gratitude for all the many things you've done for me? Words are not enough, to say thank you. So Lord, you are my everything. You're my everything. How can I express my gratitude? How can I express my gratitude for all the many things you've Father, you done for me, yeah. Words are not enough to say thank you. So Lord, you are, you're my everything. See, I call you Jireh. Lord, my provider. I call you Eunice. You are my battle. I call you Rapha. Hey. You are my healer. Say, Lord, you are. You're my everything. I call you Jireh. Lord, my provider. I call you Eunice. You are my battle. I call you Rapha. You are my healer. Say, Lord, you are. You're my everything. We are nothing enough. We are nothing enough. We are nothing enough. Oh, we are nothing enough. Yeah, so we are nothing enough. We are nothing enough. Yeah, we are nothing enough. Oh, we are nothing enough. Say, I call you Jireh. Say, I call you Jireh. Lord, my provider. I call you Eunice. You are my battle. I call you Rapha. Hey. You are my healer. Say, Lord, you are my everything. Yeah. Are you ready, everybody? All right, listen. William me round, come here. 1, 2, 3. William me round, come here. I can breathe without you, say. I can breathe without you. I can move without you, Lord. I can move without you. Who am I without you? Who am I without you? Say, I can live without you, yeah. I can live without you. I can breathe without you, Lord. I can breathe without you. I can move without you, yeah. I can move without you. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Hey, we are nothing enough. We are nothing enough. Oh, we are nothing enough. So, oh, yeah. We are nothing enough. Oh, yeah. We are nothing enough. So, oh, yeah. We are nothing enough. Oh, we are nothing enough. Nothing enough, me, oh. So, we are nothing enough.
Ye fema ye wo London. Ye ji abasobodie bebre. Ne ya redare ewo mranse mu. Eye legal services, be to say family law, matrimonial law, immigration, dispute resolution, Ghanaian customary, any family law. Wo BWF die, yen solicitors edi enijie ene twitwaje wo na ye bo nso nya den kra. Yen partner penin pa Bernardo Wusu aye lawyer ewo UK memu bebru mfie duonu nkron 29 years. BWF Solicitors kura won ho. Inti se ba na ebusuansem bi te se child care, eye abofrahwe mu, awaregya ye ho twema mentwe. Ene ohye ana injunction ye de to domestic violence so a, ye ma legal assistance ya edimu na ye adwuma nso. Yen child care, any family team no nim nia wo famu ewe ni ya wo brei mu. Enu nti ne yeto ye mbo asema wafutu a esefata ewo kokoa mu. Yen senior partner Ayobia Law Society Family Law Accreditation Panel agina tumu no sanso ye member na kyerɛ sɛ ɛba no sɛ yɛgyina w'akyi ɛtwitwa agyew ɛwɔ family ɛne matrimonial cases ho a wonni haw koraa. Wopɛ advice ɛwɔ immigration sɛnsɛm ho. Wɔ BWF Solicitors deɛ yɛ immigration team no abredare ɛwɔ general immigration ho nsɛmsɛm kosi complex immigration, work permit, student visa ho ntotoyɛ ɛne entry clearance visas, family visas ne appeals. Yɛn senior partner ɛyɛ member na wasan gyina tum ɛwɔ Law Society Immigration Accreditation Panel. Nti sɛ yɛtae w'akyi a wonni haw koraa. Yɛbie yɛn office free dwada ekosi fiada anɔpa nɔnkron pɛ mu ekosi enumere nonsia ɛyɛ 9:30 a.m. kosi 6 p.m. ɛna memeneda nso ɛyɛ appointment nkoa free anɔpa nondu ekosi ewia nɔnan ɛyɛ 10 a.m. kosi 4 p.m. Yɛwɔ 4th floor ɛwɔ Anna House 214-218 Tottenham High Road, London N15 4NP. Sɛ wonnante free 7 Sisters Underground nso a ɛyɛ kwan tiaa bi. Yɛn senior partner Bernard Owusu san yɛ barrister yɛagyina to mu na ɔyɛ Ghana Bar Association member ɛna wasan gyina sɛ mmaranimfoɔ ɛwɔ court cases a ɛfa Ghana law ho. Wɔ advising local authorities, official solicitors office ne solicitors bebree ɛfa Ghanaian law ho yie. Na ɔsan yɛ obi a ɔtae kasa ɛwɔ radio ɛne TV so fa Ghanaian law ho.
So one to me, ma, we do video conferencing and NP, Freyen was 0208 493 7340 and our mobile 077 127 61884. Ubehoyen with Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. BWF Solicitors, your preferred community lawyers.
Number one champion. Rainbow Radio. Yo. Africa's best station. Yeah. Yo. Rainbow Radio. Africa's best station.
Hey yo, non-stop music, we are flow. Shatta Rocco says so. I don't know.
A very, very good morning to you all, and thank you all for choosing Rainbow Radio this morning. This is your legal hour with BWF Solicitors. As we always do it on Thursdays, it's time to have some education and also to put across your issues and hopefully for some solutions. And I pay my mama kwaba na Madam Wasun to say Mudumo Fidi na atoha and I pay any BWF solicitors and AD Juma and I pay yankrata who and some and an apay ye babidi and home and como. Yame aye yadom or the and then so at shaying. Lawyer Eunice aye crado and BWF solicitors are say only a baby to train and como and a pay into it for ye live our Facebook via Rainbow Radio International no ye double L at the end and I would say and say I will tune in apps and so I will say and I say Rainbow Radio apps and so on sa etin kind any DAB so as well. Oh Alexa so then make her say Triben and Nakacha Alexa say Alexa I want to listen to Rainbow Radio UK. Now, do me DIUD, Ubetini, Atienka. Me call BWF Solicitors for Hona, Makoma, Lawyer Eunice, Apapa, Abadumege, Swanape. Lawyer, good morning.
Good morning, I'm Passion. I want to say.
Me patcho me ho ye pa adom nyame ode a chain the chamada bodwemu de na yeda erade asese enen so yetimi ehia e wodwumedie yi so BWF ho to say
nyame adom patcho bia apoko
obia ho ye de erade ase wo volume no omo apene kakra bi emfa mami me that's me patcho me te na me se ma won so kakra mami. Okay. Yo, mete. Mete, on can't mete pa. Say as the program goes on, ubenya mojo kakra. Yo, ain't you know, like Eunice, update event na watching ya mu ya ekoi bibi fufu bang ena aba.
Mami
Update event na wa maya na pe.
chia yetie for ne viewers ne obi biara omo hwe ya na say omo tie e wo Rainbow Radio app no so na Facebook na YouTube mechia mu ni na medanya me asese ende mo abeka yensa na yetumi edi dwumedi hope say mu ni na mo ho ye in terms of your updates say every week via anti-ring yeah no Yenshada enya update to be this week, but I know say from last week, we were talking about things to do with the delays, but more importantly, I know people are also concerned about the fact that what this new Nationality and Borders Act now abim for into. It has to do with things to do with immigration laws, deprivation of citizenship, in Yama to say how long somebody can be in prison for if, for instance, they are illegal and that's an overstayer here in the UK. Things to do with our refugee processes, procedures, and all other things regarding our immigration law. And a lot of people are concerned, say, a best in Yama Bebre. As the law is, it is just putting into one book and I say one act other laws that have been already enacted. Into now, I remember say your caller last week at Obisa say na we illegal and I say na wabe overstayer. Almost do ko shepherdism one and I said then. And I was telling that person it was already a criminal offense to be an overstayer and I say an illegal immigrant under your Immigration Act of 1971. And see, it is not something new. They are just sort of consolidate and I say, Omo de enyema share one place. Senya obiabe who say, okay, this is what the law is when it comes to this issue. And I say refugees and I say citizenship and I say the fact that war in Krata ewo kromha because a lot has changed over the years. Until they have to also be progressive, and then, I mean, after 50 years, you want to update your laws and you want to put things into one place. Into that is what this Nationality and Borders Act is all about. Into we know, say, Parliament, and since the 28th of April this year, and a lot of the concerns that people have. I think that it is genuine concerns, but it is not new. These are laws that have already been in place over a long period of time. The things that are new are the should I say, consequences to those laws that were in place before. In the CCI say, so we illegal na say we obia yeah kase we overstay ewo krum hana omochewa. That offense in itself carries an imprisonable term of up to 6 years. Into that consequence was not there before, but it's now there. Into that is one of the things that we need to be mindful of. As we always say, bibi nina or human rights. Now, would you say they are almost and yet into this is the grounds by which you want them to grant you bail. Bill that's so you will be able to apply for bail to be able to remain here in the UK. It is a due process that they have to follow into and also and now campus say obi say in terms of this refugee systems that we have in place. What is going on in Ukraine right now? People are applying for asylum because Tanya may explained last week, these are people who are going through some form of war. It is a threat to their life, it is a threat to who they are, and the fact that UK Chrome Hano, the UK has an obligation under the UN Convention for refugees to also play their role and allow as many people who want to come here to come into the UK. And also Sano, they've also put in place certain regulations in terms of those that are coming here as refugees or asylum seekers. And also Sano, so they share their last week, Penny, Mr. Boris Johnson, any Home Secretary, Omokafa, Nkrofo mobile from ports, and the fact that Rwanda, that in itself is also being put into law to say, we are saying as much as those who want to go into a safe country, if we are able to take on those people, Nkrofo also will have another place to call a safe home and as a safe country if they were to be sent to Rwanda. But it is not automatic, so I say, call Rwanda. They have to follow the due process, look at the claims now and then be able to say, because Abia Nipakrowe, one make it genuine claim. The claim also, you who say it is well founded, you who say they are all canon and no crabby womb because Abia Bibia or free air bano and yet Bibia obe to me, I can say over free home. So offer south of Necrom na umbekuno, so offer north from so I bekuno because Abia or bisexual and also we are homosexual and Necrom no so engine tumsa and say he's not safe there and say with to me I be drew chrome hadia na ye who say ne claim no cre a womb there, then we have to offer him that safe place here in the UK. And then there are cases where to me, I can say, Abia kokro fufu so answer na ube drew her. Abia krom na uko no na a honum so a safe place, and I will put it in asylum claim. Because of that, can say claim is inadmissible. And see, because of the fact that you've put in a claim for asylum in another country, which was also a safe country. Yeah, because I claim now with the UK Chrome Hano is not going to be admissible and also so they are just as much as possible trying to put in place a candidate, but the due processes that were already in place will still follow. I know in terms of even deprivation, the law that is already in place under your British Nationality Act, Section 40, is in regards to those who can be deprived of almost citizenship. But under this new Nationality and Borders Act, it talks about the fact that the Secretary of State would not necessarily have to give you notice, say, almost deprive of your citizenship, which in itself is also something that can be followed through, because if, for instance, Nipakro your citizenship every ninsem na onim say ya jekrampo every ninsema, that person will still be offered a right of appeal. That person will still be offered the due processor. So or put it across on also case. It is not just them putting things in place that will not have measures in place for the other side as well. I mean, you should take heed of the laws that are coming into place, but also know that as much as possible, there are also due processes in place that move it to me. Move it to me. I can say this is what the law is saying, but I also want to point out that this is my case I'm putting forward, and therefore I should be able to remain here in the UK, and as I should be able to have a right to gain my citizenship back, because I'm going to be stateless, and I say I will not be able to have any other nationality if it is taken away from me. And see, all those due processes are still in place and conformable to me. In terms of the delays, so I know that this is something that I know that is going to be in place for quite some time, because since Yema announcement in the last week say they have said their workforce is concentrated on Ukraine applications. So most applications are from outside of the UK, they are going to be delays into almost say instead of the 12 weeks, it will be 24 weeks. And I know say Mukrampo have taken longer than the 24 weeks. Into most of these applications are just should I say being delayed because of the fact that should I say contingency in regards to Ukraine applications. And so as much as possible, younger patients with where your application has been over a year, definitely write to the complaints hub and answer all lawyers so I won't wait to me a pre-action protocol. And if after a period of 20 days and I say 1 month, still now, you can follow up again with another complaint and I say another pre-action protocol just to see how things are going, because it's over the limit, because a year dear they must do something about it. Of course, if you want to make a complaint after a year, or you want to put in that pre-action protocol and not say a letter before claim now, you can do so, and hopefully they should get back to you. I know say uncofo so because some more extenuating circumstances say obi ewu and I say obi free ma omo person ko eye and I say nipa kono seriously ill la omo person ko hwe nipa no, you will need evidence to be able to put in those extenuating circumstances into so death certificates and I say hospital letter it says nipa we abia or critical into you can use those medical records or letters or death certificates as evidence and who here say your decision as soon as possible senya over to me to quite into those evidences too can be presented in terms of delays so for into anti-rain major updates ewa na yetumi atwaso.
Eunice you better mwase ntino oma yedi omo free ha akọ yemfa omo boy they haven't started the new then there is false information out there, because I think I saw something on WhatsApp going around say there were people on the plane on their way to blah 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 and they were not happy. I mean, I was like, I've not heard anything in the news. So anyway,
it hasn't come into force yet. Since to me and say yes
okay yo it's your funny masumua and then say Eunice or mami ati say ye be shape be afa whether say ya sitting na ye wo kromo ha no affecting and I say am I ho kwan am I yetime student finance now, or say does my immigration status affect whether or not I will receive student finance support? And maybe I will ba sister baby I want baby and I say bim so cry wow person want to our school so and then you was so not here lawyer Eunice about student finance and your immigration status, whether or not be affected in getting finance from the government. Until lawyer Eunice, over to you and then near opesa or tray.
Yeah, that's anti-rain. It's say ya waboso no, it's to do with inconform work from her. Person access to student finance loans and I say grants say to me Accra University. It's mainly to do with higher education courses and I say conform almost so after the age of 18. It's UK Chrome had that over who say o de oba echo school it's free education won't your school fees be at say Ghana over to your school fees from nursery all the way up to GSS. Into a Chrome ha there's free education as of 1944 no and now almost brand two in place for those who are of school age. Into now we know that if you are from 4 to 18, you have access to free education in the United Kingdom. From the age of 18 onwards, you say that is the time that usually people apply to go to university, and as some person on year undergraduate course, and as a higher education diploma, and as some a higher education qualification be whether masters or whatever it is. They want to be able to educate on more. And Chrome, what I love about it is that they always are being compassionate in terms of the things that they do. And so one of the things that was introduced was the fact that as of 1997, Labour governments, they introduced tuition fees for universities. I think it was a subsidized fee for Nkofo as home students. Into your home students and your international students. Into home students, Nkofo usually you ever say at Chrome na say ordinary residents in the UK, and because they introduced tuition fees, introducing new act, your friend Teaching and Education, Higher Education Act of 1998. And no Emma Hoquine say Department of Business and Innovation and Skills, university grants and loans near Nkekahono. They are the department that deal with all those higher education courses and fees and awards and all the rest of it. Into Maho Coin says, Secretary of the department will be able to decide in Krofona to me aje loans and as in Krofona to me aje grants if free government no. As a home student, say with tuition fee now a subsidized rate because be and local authorities so at the university fees now cannot ever more. It's not like international students are otia £15,000 a year. All they know is subsidized because the local authority will also subsidize. What the university is taking. And now at the time anybody, like I said, who was ordinary resident in the UK would have been given a student loan to go to university. And then as time went by, we know that as immigrants, we also want a better education, we want a better life. And so to me, Eco University, and because there were a lot of people receiving these student loans and student grants, they had to introduce a new regulation into out of the Teaching and Higher Education Act. Secretary of State also formed a regulation because acting money to me say over to me I form a regulation over to me I decided Nkofo amobeje and as Nkofo na omo to me NG. And no they came up with the Education and Course Regulation 2011. And no say with the people who they would like to give student loan and as a student finance and as a student grants in Nkofo and omo boss into say unim say we start to course ABR 2022 na unim say what's na a Chrome for a period of at least 3 years. Now over to me actually say before we share course national now obi a what's Chrome what's na Chrome legally for a period of 3 years before over share course ase, and you can show say settlements will Chrome and Eshasia omo ede share say saa nipa we betumi akọ university e wo krom ha obetumi age home student loan into international students there omo tua omo fees but say we your home students are omo tumi ma loan into that was the beginning of how they were able to decide in conform betumi enya. And then because there were EU regulations in place, they also said say we are EU national and I said we are EU family member. Now we take home ha and also sano you were eligible to take the student loan. And I said conform omukra humanitarian protection and I said omoye asylum seekers omo enya leave to remain ewo krom ha. Those people were also given the right to also be granted student loan and I said student grants. And then also we had different amendments to the regulations. And see, you had something like the Education and Fees and Awards England Regulation 2007, which was amended by several other regulations. I am say ebia obi fi kale na ya manu kale leave and also sa no betumi enya student loan nibi and I say obi a wenya indefinite through bereavement into ebia wukunu and I say we yere efrim into and also sa no you are saying say because of those bereavement indefinite leave no mo ama wononti you too should be allowed to access student loan. And now say obia abia because of domestic violence, yaman indefinite leave, and also son also will have access to be granted student loan now over to me at the Akko University. And then because of the current EU, should I say, settlements scheme now we introduced, so regulations also changed further. Senya be reflected say we are EU national and I say we are EU family member. So to make sure say because of the fact say what's now a chrome ha when you settlement and I say when you permanent residence non so and also so able to me I'm acquiring say over to me aje sa student loan nibi. And also in regards to Nkofo omo leave and I say omo long residence ewo ha. Also I can say in terms of your long residence no so over to me actually to say your immigration in Brano say because you are under the age of 18 what's not chrome ha for at least a period of 7 years continuously. And I say because you are above the age of 18, what's now a chrome have for more than half of your life? And I say what's now chrome have for 20 years or more? Sanipa so will be eligible to take in the student loan now. To me, so at the date of you starting your course, so over to me actually say you are either somebody who is under 18 who has lived in the UK for 7 years or more. And I say, we are above the age of 18. And usually that is the case. What's now a chrome have for more than half of your life? And I say, what's now a chrome have for 20 years or more? Then we can grant you student loan. And also, you are showing, say, before you started your course, you had some form of legal residence 3 years and sana overshare course no I say and I say we are EU national and I say we are EU family member ukra permanent residence why yes our EU settlement scheme so settled status ever chrome ha and I say ukra indefinite leave to remain data ever chrome ha. And now Crampo say, ebia another surrendering principle no. Okotina EU crofo frobiso, and na would ba UK chrome ha. In say a no sano, o chesa was I by UK chrome ha. 3 years before I was share of course national. Now would say UK crofo, I mean EU crofo froso. and also no, you should be given access to student loan. And I say you are somebody who has humanitarian protection, and I say asylum, and for waiting now no able to me in ya student loan nibi. And I know say when it comes to more leave to remain, they are trying to find out, do I also have access to student loan? Ebia Matina Kromha with 2.5, almost I am another 2.5. And say no, me to me actually say Matina ha 3 years continuously for for a lawful period of time. In say no sano say me to me actually say Matina ha for that lawful period of time. Would I be given access to student loan? It is not necessarily the case, because you meet the residence requirements, Nancy, they will give you the student loan. You have to be able to meet almost eligibility requirements, no, which also includes the fact that almost actually say, "Nkrofu me boss no, almost na to me IJ student loan." Into say obi a ukra leave to remain. Ube to me actually say with will leave to remain now ukra no. Ebia obi a above the age of 18. Ebia what's now a chrome have for more than half of your life because you are still under the age of 25. And I say above the age of 25. What's now a chrome have for more than that 20-year period into. And also, Sano, or say because what's not a Chrome have for more than 20 years, you are also eligible for the student loan. Particularly in Kofomoye EU nationals, and I say in Kofomoye family members of EU nationals. I know, sir, because of the regulations that have been changing, they have said, so over to me, actually, say, was that settled status, and I say obia or free another EU country or UK shall I say national into abia or British national or no family ekotna another EU country and no sano was I back because back to the UK 3 years before then no now would say another EU country. As long as you are able to show Sena Ukra sa residence for that country, that EU country, over the 3 years before over back UK course, no, then they will say that you are also eligible to take student loan. And also, Sano, you are also trying to say you are applying because sa EU family member now say British national now on any so he has come back and all of you are returning back to the UK and now say frontier worker and now say EU Swiss national San Crawford way now will come under the new EU settlement scheme. You have to have applied under the EU settlement scheme for either indefinite, and I said you have to apply for settled status under your EU settlement scheme, and you have to be able to provide them with evidence say you are a settled person, and I say you have indefinite leave to remain if you are an EU national who lives here in the UK. And then I know, say, with Nkofo Omukra humanitarian leave, and I say Omukra asylum leave, almost will have access to being granted student loan because of the fact, say, they have humanitarian protection and they can show, say, at the dates now, course, they were legally resident here in the UK. If for one reason or the other, Ukra settled status either as a bereaved partner or somebody who went through domestic violence, you should be able to show, say, at the dates now Ukra settled status, and also the 3 years preceding time a wobɛyɛ course no so na was a lawful residence ewo kurom ha. When it comes to all these other people who, for instance, ebia omo ekra usual student visa and I say leave to remain and I say work permit leave to remain. If you come with all those other leaves, no, unfortunately or fortunately, no, you may be able to do other courses, but you will not be given access to student loan because the criteria, no, websites, no. It is the law that shows who is eligible. International regulations, no, so because unfortunately, Okom websites now it doesn't give you all the categories of people who are now eligible for student loan. And I know sometimes someone yes sir just to prevent people from accessing the student loan. In Sina, Oma Kachel said we've refused your application because you are ineligible to apply for student loan. In to say unim regulations no na their regulations no air cano you haven't got a clue, then it means that you are going to leave it for a period of time until they approve it. And I know sometimes a bit more because they don't know what the law says in regards to conform with me, IG student loan. No, they don't even go through the appeal process. So Student Finance England can say you are ineligible there, and no no because me no be kasa our phone so or say I'm not able to apply and say unfortunately no means me and twaso say me train until me indefinite, for instance, and sana me to me a application no. But if you can show, like I said, say why it's not a chrome ha because you are above the age of 18 and you are still under 25, what's not ha for more than half of your life. And I said, even if you are over the age of 18 or 25, now wait to me actually say what's not a chrome ha for at least that 20-year period. Or move it to me, I'm our access to student loan. And also, hosa under Education and Fees and Awards Regulation 2007 as amended. And also, to me, I access it. And it's good that this year, so they have said those people can also apply for indefinite leave to remain if they fall under the category of under the age of 18, matnaha for a 7 years continuous period into me indefinite leave to remain application. And I say matnaha more than half of my life, me between the ages of 18 to 24, and I can show say matnaha legally for a 5-year period into me so make a 7-year application for indefinite leave to remain. And also in terms of students loan what they call university. In terms of all these categories of people the only people that I would say if you still have leave you can apply for student loan are those people who can show they have long residence. Either so under the age of 18 atna a chrome half for 7 years and answer they are above the age of 18, have lived half of their life here in the UK and answer watna for that 20-year period. And also hosama to me apply for university. It may not be necessarily was spending half of your life at this period in time, but over to me I call uni this year and I said next year, and you know by this year September you would have lived in the UK more than half of your life, and I said by next year September you would have lived in the UK for more than half of your life. And say your application now you will be putting to them that yes, I would have lived in the UK at this date for more than half of my life. And say at this date, meaning my course, ever share at 20th of September, and at 20th of September no by that time no na matina ha more than half of my life into more share na montumi emma me student loan ni be because under more regulations no I am somebody who is eligible to receive the student loan na mo say me entitled to because me so me to me actually say matina a chrome ha lawfully at the time me be share me course na say and I to me so actually say na matina ha lawfully for a 3-year period before me course no be share say into muntumi emma me sa student loan and I say muntumi emma me sa student grants ni bia me to me e dia call university into those are the sort of things that people need to be aware of. Senya, refuse because sometimes we get this and they will say, oh, refusing a student loan. Then to me, they will always offer you an appeal process. And see, if you feel that you cannot do it on your own, not with a lawyer over to me, a home brand or not with to me, actually almost say. This is what your regulations are saying. Into this person is also eligible to receive student loan and I say student grants. Say more regulations no Emma Hong Kwai. Into anti-Irene, in terms of your topic no, I hope say in Kofa almost share a more ankasa episode omoje and I say omoba and I say wafa civi episode student loan no. These are the should I say eligibility requirements in place? I won't to me. I share say I won't to me so adjust student loan biana.
Interesting. Now, omwenya 40 above 50 above almost person go school ne. Besha wakitua ebia infant say we part time be near the ni na be affect yana.
In terms of the tuition fees, no, they don't necessarily look at your supposed income. For instance, if you are eligible to receive student loan, say mabo nkofona omo you eligible, whether settled or lived here 7 years because they are under 18, and I said lived here more than half of their life because they are above the age of 18, and I said 20 years. No, if you are eligible for student loan. Now, person who call now to say nursing. Now course for 3 years. No, if you're eligible, they will give you the tuition fees. Yeah, will be your friend the maintenance. A bit more hard. They are looking at whether they will be able to stay on the university premises. In say no. Now consider waketia how much you receive, your savings and other income. To be able to say, because we are human into waketi anobe to me a for accommodation. Waketi anobe to me I share or how far because we did the money be no waketi ano and I say with savings and I say we income now no ebe to me ashwe into we will not grant you student should I say maintenance grants and I say student maintenance loan at all. But with the tuition, we will help you, we will pay for that. But with your maintenance loan, and I say maintenance grants, no, because of what humanity, yen to me, wow. And that is where sometimes the issue lies. In regards to the maintenance loan, and I say maintenance grants, no, almost show income, almost share sika waje or sika na or, and then they decide whether they can give it to you or not. Into some way. So they will look at this to assess whether to give you maintenance loan and I say maintenance grants. Yeah.
Okay. Enti media me da sawa cheche mu ti students loan no ye wo nia yedi etua wo school fees ni ade ena ye wo maintenance so opese wo kotena campus maintenance grant nso wo ho enti no students loan ni yedi tuatua school fees ni ade ne de aya omo nhwe aketua ho ansem but nia would be maintaining wo ho say be a baby a wobetena ne a wobetwedi ne nyoma ne de and then the is assessed based on income. Enti yemfa ne say me wa hai me ba ekwo uni onye adwuma over 18 student loan and then I yedi fees in it and no background without looking at parenting no finances but say a no maintenance in it then whoever or your parent of akwala no be sure parents ne finances to establish say betimi ahwa akwala no in the maintenance aspect na say ntimi and sana make a decision on whether or not to grant it.
Yes. Ebi mo ha ma okra because who say awofo no enya sika nti they don't see why they should give you any sort of maintenance loan because parents e wo ho a ji sika dodo say nti ye jidi say awofo no betumi etua for accommodation eduane bills ne ekeka ho no nti ye ma okra. And as I'm sure parents, they will say, okay, Abia, you will need this amount. Now, parents know EDB asoso. This is the amount we will give you. That one is definitely income assessed in terms of maintenance loan. To meet the amount. Yeah.
Now, is there no threshold? As saying maybe if there are it's a 2-parent family home and they earn up to like a 50,000 grand a year, you will not qualify for the maintenance loan. Or if it's a one parent family home and her income or his income is not up to 50,000 pounds a year, they qualify. Is there a threshold?
Yes, definitely, no. They are working to thresholds. I think, I'm not exactly sure how much the threshold is, but if you are from a single parent home and the income that is being received is, for instance, more than 50,000, then they are going to say to you, your parents or whoever is looking after you, is able to cater for accommodation and that's other maintenance. We will not be able to provide you at this time with maintenance loan. They would say to you, this is what it is. There are instances where, for instance, the income is very low. And so that in itself, if the person is on benefits, and I say, well, I will follow some benefits now, then they will give you the full maintenance loan, and I said the full maintenance loan and grants. If you are eligible for grants, if you are eligible for just the maintenance loan, also if you are also in a 2-parent household and you are able to show the income is a certain threshold, which they always look for, then they will be able to say this is how much we can give to you based on the income your parent is receiving and now both parents are receiving. Yeah.
Okay. It's here for me. Sure, maybe a bit more questions are more. However, I'm not in your home. I don't know your situation. And TBB or her lawyer Eunice, I'm also with regards to this particular issue. Does my immigration status affect whether or not I can apply for student finance? And then student BWF student finance, yeah, me patrol. Through the question and lawyer Eunice I'm quite confident. After so Makanisano and no kwa some and I can ahead. It's answer BWF Solicitors for no your family law. Divorce and matrimonial issues, financial issues, domestic violence, and injunction, child care. They deal with litigation and dispute resolution, debt landlord. They lot enti ene yetna ha no enye student loan ho nsem kwa na ye be sebi fa nyome ya mabobọ sui won krata asem ho asylum seeking o de me pacho e kwanda homa wutimi frɛ yɛn Eunice ebema wo enya no na mesa ye di dwumai 0208 1334646 0208 133 1134 me pacho bia wo de won saye ha enti no wo pese won send a text message and a WhatsApp message na money is 07771 950 989 07771 950 181. Wow. Okay. So somebody is calling and I'm surprised I could not hear it on the so I wonder if I will hear this person. Hello, good morning. Yeah. Hello, good morning. Okay. Say phone lines in Ajami. Me patcho wa wo fe no. I cannot hear you. La Eunice, what's your name?
Patcho Debbie mente.
I also want to say
Patcho Debbie.
You know, in the first place, you know, phone no airing it, but mente ewa ha. And which tells me say there is something wrong with my me volume, you know. And you know, it's here for me patcho. Say mubetimia whilst I fix landline no mubetimi afre ewo WhatsApp number so offer normal caller ebeba whichever means you will call 07771 950 989 07771 950 989 say wa mafa won me paucho wa mente won ka enti mote me nka de na mesre say mo be frɛ ewo na maya me de amai so 07771 950 989. I'm still trying to sort out the phone line, normal landline. Enti mo frɛ ewo we ne so nefa
Answer, I think sir.
First caller. Why are there? Obia line so mobile so ain't it like Eunice? For good morning.
Good morning, Answer. The patrol what is saying?
Yeah, we are pan, I want so
More and patrol over. Eunice, my morning.
Oh, me Joso.
Eunice.
Hello.
Hello.
The patrol to Eunice in fact.
I'm telling you, Eunice, patrol morning.
Me Joso patcho what to say?
Hello.
I'm sorry, Eunice into one car and two baby saw and
also saying
on tell one car. Or not tell one car, but won't want an anchor.
Okay.
To be so now we are fat to send a bay. I will bet answer the amount.
Patrol you. Where the Yaman done say, and then me might be say, let's hear if the BWF Solicitors, you know. Namu question bisana sa question me bisana na chese lawyer ni sa ka won se ni me pacho ai lawyer ni so bi EU ni or ye family member me fa se EU ni ba wa ba kuruma na ba no ye fene because of sene ma me no kita indefinite enti akora no so ye ma na indefinite chese ni pa no nyanya afekora enti sa ni pa no se o kosiku a o ho kwan se okọ at the moment, I said, was so in a room, kakra. And near social media, lose now come out and said the truth says and walk up be never be demand one of them, but which matters in Kakrama.
Okay. And see, Odi Kanka said, Nipakono, a EU family member, and see the anima me wono, and non to be ena umadiamano. Ye name say with EU nationals, almost say. Akola wedi under the age of 21 say o mami anasa o papa e was settled status anasa indefinite leave to remain and no so be na omo de ma as a dependent anasa as a child inti sa akola na owo let's say 18 anasa between the ages of 18 to 21 say ne mami anasa ne papa e was indefinite leave anasa settled status under EU settlement scheme no na eso mutumi trese omo was settled status ni bi inse no sa no se akola no application for students loan na obetumi aye with confidence because obetumi actually say we no so enya sa indefinite and also no so enya sa settled status nibi. And in regards to the going of the school no, they are not saying say untumi nko university work from her, but they are just saying say in regards to student loan no, ebi ayentumi emma access to student loan because this is your threshold na yewo. Nkofo way and I to me ama nkofo way ana yen to me emfa ma omo nti sa say wo ka say sa nipa no EU family member dia and there say ne mame wo bia ono so ebenya the same status na ne mame ewo no and then they can apply for the student loan and sana omo ahye course no ase pachote
Mina beba. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, Jerry.
Me pacha what's in your lawyer kind no?
Na me chinu wo.
Tina me ka send kasa phone to ho na hang it up and na tie yen no.
Okay.
Aha. Enti me pacha em say okay. And like Eunice, enter or say near what kind?
I hope so.
I or say na otie ewo ne you know so new phone and so and you know it's for obi assign so Abraham and since my main fa ne call. Good morning.
Good morning, sister.
Yes, darling.
Good.
It's say. Yeah, so yeah, mommy.
Pacho me pesa lawyer say the company be a bill one go the bill way wrong now mo pesa mo G2 me pacho now be pacho me say company be over betimi ara wrong see me pesa be say no correct
na because without any background no bill paying
electric.
And how do you know say your belly will be?
Oh no, February every 3 months until February again. I file late into a charge late payment. Into my coachia. Into next one, and our bill no baba 600, which is both cry and do things me more.
600 no our explanation because minimum says to see you
and yes away February France now increase. If you more increase by 3 months and do before now gas me bill and do 500 crap. And say a problem to be from and papa bakuna min kasa see ye kasa be 1 hour actually now see I'm far the bian cost say bill bet me agree from the friend now man to munka and run me do fear omo the letter be ho say ya me say omo amuji profo me manadi and I'm obi catch me say a company be ho so omo bill wrong omo kasa me ni omo kasa no omo agitum.
Okay, in terms of
still omo person mo na way for see then I mean this as a company be or bet me right now mo hwehwe omo ankasa ti omo di engineer be ba omo amfa obi ba.
Okay, I think so basically ojidi say bill no mo di abrero no is extortionate and I say it also too much nti enye sa na say
yes
nti omo ama valid reason de nti a omo abele osa usually so call Citizens Advice Bureau, they can help you write a letter back to them to say ujidi say bill no mo dia bro wrong. And the reason the entire will the fact that you are still using ABI the same electrical appliances are we used to wo fie senya bibia etie no sa na etie umfa bibi fufro embe kan ho nti you don't see why your bill last month should have been higher than the previous months. And no, I think it is always better to put it in writing rather than to talk to somebody over the phone because only obi kasa wa phone no so it can be say their whole kind of crampo, they haven't even recorded it. And so there's no way over to me any feedback in terms of their work chairs and panel. But so what the two papers were, then that way when they are responding, they know say they have responded in this way. And to say, hey, Bia, when you have suitable response over a period of time, then you can say, I don't like the way my electrical company are dealing with me. In my report, say I'm a financial ombudsman. Now, with me, I am who baby. When you say to them that this is what it is and you don't want to report them to the financial ombudsman, who say started to do something about it. And see, Citizens Advice Bureau now and then let's see what they say.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, my colleague Erica said there's questions on your Facebook answering. Answering for short term.
On meta wonka, me patcho me quality was so.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Na line so and ti say me fa o mo wi a ye be ko Facebook. Me patcho won na ma end 546. Wo first caller, one our first. Nti say what me kan betin bisa wasem. Hello. Okay. Still me te nenka. Etie for say nipa me nu kwa na mo wo so amafa mo. What me kan? There be. Enti no mesre say mode ye find it saying WhatsApp number no ebeye ejuma na mafre AC eno so. Aya mo frere better because bia our follow up question na motimi ede ma wo na wo answer. Enti ye beko Facebook and so.
Okay.
Na ya share questions ewo ho.
Kwabna say, good morning, Lawyer Eunice. I am a parent of a British child and I am on the 10-year route. I just received my first 2.5 years. I would want to switch to the 5-year route. My child lives with her mother. I live elsewhere with my partner. I do not pay rent, but I am I'm in the process of registering for council tax payments. My partner has agreed to provide me with proof that she is supporting me with accommodation. Is that enough to qualify as adequate accommodation and maintenance under the 5-year route? And say, or your application that. Now, a person who say over switch it from the 10-year route to the 5-year route. And see, or be say, or switch no, then adequate accommodation and as a maintenance now because in himself say switch no from the 10 to the 5-year route no so you should be able to show say to me emit all of the eligibility requirements and feasibility requirements. And in regards to being a parent or the relationship whether you are playing an active role into either you are going to provide a letter from the GP or the school to be able to show, say, this is the active role you are playing in the child's life. And now you are going to also show, say, Mama also able to me a trust supporting letter. Say, wait to me, I the akolano ako outing and I said, baby, and I said, only Mama enye kama over to me I provided a court order for child arrangement to be able to show say only akolano ewo nkita ho. When it comes to maintenance, they are going to be able to calculate say wo income na wo ya no obetumi de ahwe wo ene wo banana. There's thing that they look at is the income support rate omode ma parents ever chrome ha. It's not like the partner rate almost share 18,600, but almost share say wo share akole income support benefits na ye de ma papa for na say mama for ever chrome ha. Wosika na would they be equivalent to that same income support rate na and your accommodation? Say you cramp na wutua rent wo accommodation na wo no to me actually say it will be suitable for wo ne obana na nti ebia obano ebeye sleepover obano obenya baby adana because wo ne partner and mo dem back home. So to me say you have another available room where Akolano will be able to also sleep. In terms of the accommodation and the maintenance requirements, as long as Nisika Ojino will be equivalent to that income support rate, he will be able to switch from the 10 to the 5-year route.
Yo, like Eunice said, I say, me wa fair for line is
Patrick.
Good morning.
Good morning, Auntie Irene.
Okay, ceasefire. Me were 2 callers. What tablet no? What fair phone mobile no? Casa first because me fa will call and sana me fa landline. Ain't it? What will fair mobile no?
That's lovely. Good morning, Auntie Irene. Patrick, me give you some here.
Me about hold on, right? Yeah, brother Kasawi and our Kasawi. Me Patrick. Me that's it.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. That's lovely. Auntie Eunice, a new statement now. Home Office released here about the duration of application. No, Martin on platform is so. Say one lawyer, I don't know whether it's you. Say 11 months, and now one lawyer also the same platform say 24 weeks, which is 6 months. So I'm highly confused about the new statement duration of the application. No, that's my first question. And my second question is the court implementing, is Home Office implementing court decision, no? Is it the same duration as application for wire?
Okay. In regards to the first question, no, not make I say, almost essay from 12 weeks, they are not able to make a decision on applications that were made outside the UK, which is their usual standard time. But say, almost extra 12 weeks, which makes the 24 weeks now, then they should be able to make a decision within 24 weeks instead of their usual 12 weeks now, almost making decisions. And I was saying, there are people who may have made applications and there have been no decisions made on the applications even after 24 weeks. And see, and no, not wire complaints. Those are decisions outside the UK. Obia residents in the UK, usually the standard time would be 6 months. Almost proposals say application decisions. But so 6 months now is more than a year since that. Then you can also make a complaint. That was what I was saying in terms of almost delays and I say application processing times. No. And so instead of 12 weeks that they usually would have been able to make a decision, almost I said give them 24 weeks. And then in terms of court decisions, so courts are making decisions, so almost allow appeal. Whether it's an in-country appeal and I say out-of-country appeal, there's usually a set number of days. Into say in-country right of appeal, almost 14 days. Say Home Office between I appeal, and I say out of country, almost 28 days in which Home Office for also able to me I appeal to the either the first year tribunal or the upper tribunal. Into that time na in regards to whether the Home Office have made further appeal there, then you can go on and request for them to implement it. So if they are not forthcoming in implementing it, then you will have to also chase them up in terms of implementation. If it's an out of country appeal, and now we are now all train on response now, it also takes a while. No, for some reason, even before coronavirus, no, almost in terms of out of country implementation. Into that one, they usually take a while to implement. For one reason or the other, I do not know why I almost in terms of implementation. Sorry. Now we can be banty, sorry.
Hello, lawyer. Hello, lawyer Eunice.
Yeah, me no be man patrol. What can be?
You let me patrol into in-country implementing court decision. No, is it the same 24 weeks now? This is in-country.
Okay, so
they didn't for any appeal against the court decision.
Okay, it's so in-country, dear. It shouldn't take that period of
24 weeks now.
Patch there be into in-country, no. Say if you are going by implementation, there's no set timer to implement the decision. But like I'm saying, no, there are delays in terms of even making decisions for applications. So implementing the decision will also take a while because it is a different department that they have to pass it on to be able to give you a biometric card. And see, that in itself also takes a while. And see, I don't know, there's no period of time that they've allocated, but and also to make sure because currently there are delays in applications, and so those delays will also affect implementation time scales as well. And see, I can't say it's 24 weeks, and I say it's 12 weeks, and I say it's 10 weeks, but it will also affect those that are waiting for implementation in terms of in-country, and I say UK applications are almost higher.
All right, it's no meaning not play and about the lawyer at my park and me boy.
Part-time.
Thank you so very much. God bless you.
Thank you too, brother. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Minyaba. Yes. Well, I know you're very faint, but Kasa na me here. Nah. La Eunice, can you hear?
Patch the view.
No. Debbie, very, very faint. Very faint. It's not your fault. I don't think it's your fault. I don't think it's your fault, you know. Me patrol for a mobile is why 07 771 950 we are facing so mobile number 07 771 950 989 07 771 950 989. Me patrol mu face sana maneswa ebe ya papa. Yo, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
It's the same.
Mami Adam.
Yo.
Monswe.
Yes, what Adam ya. Yo.
Then patrol me Mr. Lawyer Eunice some kakra.
Me patrol with you.
Okay. Lawyer Eunice.
Hello.
Me patrol major settlement application for my settlement naturalization. Na my year life in the UK na I kind of say me war a court pending about debts my credit score na me nim say e be affect me naturalization as a British na me you know. This is what the car now, yeah, they can look at all those details. say me who say ebe affect me and I say affect me. That's it.
Pacho we di kan ye and I say afi na wo be.
Afi na maybe my life in UK no my year English test no.
Okay.
Afi na me apply for naturalization no.
Okay. In terms of your naturalization application, almost requirements called good character requirements, because almost person almost say nipa way yes say money is British citizenship no. Or you'll be able to me aka say or you nipa papa obe to me atena krom ha yeah can say on the bonne bia public for no and I say under your public interest no you be as obi a to me emphasize citizenship way and they have so many should I say factors are almost in regards to some good character requirements into a bim criminality and I said the fact say wabetna ha illegally and I said wabaye overstay ewo krom ha in regards to what they know is to do with a civil court judgment. Say civil court judgment now when you home why say abia the court has said you are supposed to pay this amount of money and you have not made any attempt to make payments of that money. That in a way can go against you because if you have a court judgment, civil court judgment against you for a certain amount, now untumi entuaya. In that case, they may look at it and say they may refuse your application. I'm not saying it is one of the things that they would use to refuse, but they may use that if you were to receive a court judgment. And see, Pacho, if you have a pending case, normal will be said to you, Pacho, just make the effort to pay for it. Nah, affect your naturalization application in any way.
Okay, me that's it. Very nice.
And that's in
Yo, yes, yeah, that was it. Yo, so, now good character, so, I can't get them back. Maybe there are genuine circumstances where the person had gone into debt.
So if you are declared bankrupt there, and they're almost there big cry.
Yo, yate. Yate, and cash, crona, your mother, and you're making me ayate. Yo. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Where my net is saying.
Yeah, madam, I'm watching. I was waiting.
Yes, you're here. You're like Eunice in here.
Whether them was a paranage, my palm way.
Yes, you're the mass. Money, why you
but you make my gas, I'm alive.
Me patron, I will life.
Whether me question you be true, with the Tiama, lawyer Eunice, patron, I want to say.
Nyamia don't patron elsewhere.
Good, no, ya pa. Whether one, madam, will be a many word you man, or no, or any lady, or banana. Obanu wie na abufu na de ohun ade oya obanu poto obi aka obanu nti obanu kore sa kwa no kwa wan frɛ no wan ahwa nche no nso onyem be ma ne bɔ no ge no ka tua ba ask no de money cash etua bɔ no ka nyanya ma obanu wie no wan fi akwa no okore sa akwa no okore sa de ba no akwa obanu di wan fa boy ne di anka ho mana fo di anka ho ena ono wa ne bibia ata wa kate ofo no wa block no so ofo ne kwa ma kwa na dia sika o se no wa hini sika bia wa block no chama madam for that too into nim do say either so ofo no court no e die ni from there ne odin bia ato akwa no so I don't know no am so okay be sama because also if say so ofo no court na after die no obetimi na say so no court one ebetimi pass so what now court to no court to ana e ni wi na e pese de ba obetimi a change birth certificate na de ni say de mato akwa no so ana and me see me pay busa fa na to and the second so about Zamrano no and tie wo hwe bia any update about Zamrano no about you a parent of UK wa Stefano.
Okay, first question first. In terms of wadamfo no say opese ohun say akola na ne de na wetumi enya contact with akola na eno na your friend is child arrangement order into no over try mediation into o ne mame no eco mediation na mediation for no still na omo to me and mama ne enkasa on your behalf because of their decision now why you when it's dia. Then the mediation people will sign you off. I catch you say mediation and ye juma into way to me I try court. Into oko court say o pese one wo ba enya nkita ho na unim say o ba no within no crampo one birth set no so as a colony parents there. Then you can ask the court to give you responsibility because so within end that birth set no so there you don't have automatic responsibility for that child. So you want the court to also make a decision as to your parental responsibility for sa akolano and give you contact with akolano. And so you're asking the court to do two different things. In the court, no bema ho kwan say, sa nipa no, yebeye DNA na yahwe say ne ba ampa. Then the information from the DNA would give the accurate answer as to whether sa nipa no akwala ne papa and say onye akwala ne papa. And then they can look at how to get contact for papa no. Into if Abia Akolano is maybe a year old or 2 years old, they can try giving that child and ne papa supervised contact or share Akolano Abia for 2 hours every week during contact center session and as a bibisa. So it depends on what the man is actually looking for. So per everyday contact because Abia over to me Ashakolano better than the mamena, then they will ask for reasons. Kafkas will always do a report. Kafkas always does a report on behalf of courts, no. Omwe interview papa no, omwe interview mameno. Then if the child is old enough, usually if the child is about 10 or more, they will also want to seek that child's view. But they will interview every child. As long as the child is able to speak, they will interview Akolano to see what their view is. And so when it comes to child arrangement orders, now the Kafkas will do interviews on everybody so that they can give a better assessment to the court, na court no so Asha and also to make their decisions. But during the court processing, so open say court no man parental responsibility for akolana dia, then they will go ahead and have the child have their DNA taken into. Whilst the Kafkas are also present, they can ask for the DNA companies to take samples, send their own way to me, attest akolana so for DNA no. So that will be the process Sir Wadam for no ever taking in terms of getting that child arrangement order. And then besides Zambrano no. In terms of Zambrano no, almost the emboyana by January until January of this year and almost the emboyana by. And we've I think mentioned say in regards to the Zambrano applications, they made a decision, the Court of Appeal made a decision in regards to Nkrofona Ebia na omoda Zambrano no so into either say na omo 5 years derivative rights. Na omonim say sa Nkrofo we no because they were not eligible to apply for Ebia leave to remain under your immigration rules na sinenti omo but yes, applications no because ABR they wanted access to benefits and I say omunim say omu enya indefinite under the Zambrano route into they had to come under your immigration rules to be able to access this. Into Saran Crawford now omu di can year 5 years now omu better so under your immigration rules no. The court said say if there have been applications in that manner into why yes as Zambrano application because the only routes and I say eligible requirements were provided to you under your EA regulations 2016 Into we are primary carer of akwadaa no. So wait to me actually say because we are primary carer of akwadaa no. So wonni her, it means say akwadaa no they will force him or her to leave the UK because obi anywhere over to me actually akwadaa no. Into what way the kind of application no. But because of EU settlement scheme now more the buyer no almost say so who leave to remain and I say who 2.5 ni be to me any applications for indefinite leave to remain under Appendix EU in ABA because of enunce went to me any application no for indefinite leave to remain. So over to me actually say you are the main primary carer of akwadaa no na because of wunti akwadaa no enya obi a obet to me ahwe no krom ha no then you should be afforded the same routes that any derivative right holder would also have. But so ukita akwadaa and I say ukita British child ewo krom ha na the immigration rules also afford for you to make application ABA because we are so responsible. I mean, you are the one with sole responsibility for akwadaa no. And papa na ABA or British and I say mama na or British no or no there or to chrome but on shada and share akwadaa no into wo immigration rules Emma require say your application and I say ABA akwadaa no and so chain when I share akwadaa no maybe weekends and I say from time to time okosha akwadaa no into you have direct access. Sankrofo way nina have the should I say opportunity to make applications under your immigration rules. In the Sankrofo way, no, cannot show that they are primary carers, Nancy. They cannot then switch from the 2.5-year route to the Zambrano route because immigration rules no ama hokwan say in Sankrofo way so able to me year applications under your immigration rules. It's where there is no other opportunity and answer where there is no other way that you can get your leave and answer you are able to get residence in the UK now EU regulations no and Emma or quite say over to me ISR derivative rights application no then those people should be given the right to make the applications under the Appendix EU into say over 2.5 nibi now because of the fact that what it says Zambrano no omo Emma ho kwan no that doesn't necessarily mean that you will be qualified because me nkofo a ebia omo 2.5 omo ne British parents no na ete and I say omo ehwe akola no whereas the akola no lives with their British parents those people will not be eligible to apply for the Zambrano route into unfortunately you know there are certain people who will not be eligible to apply for indefinite, no, and answer they will not be eligible to apply for derivatives.
Okay, Eunice. Where is now where my cousin go? One day I should even know where. Until we are no stepson already. Stepson or Paneu. Tiena no. Until we are into movie, you know. And on a gene two. Which first 1 hour, what's second one every. Into the second one. And again, Obania issue with drugs addict and other things. Until my court and a court in June, both nearby any steps and demand. Into Obano Benya contact once a man under the supervision of her mother.
Okay.
You see, I'm my cousin, I paramount care of the kid. To be any, I am down one in quarantine, be any, I won the Yaman collab. Yes, in this case, what happened to qualify, and mammy would that or no, or the mammy or mammy. Ha, a paternal grandmother, and you won't tell me ambition quan. This will be a paternal grandmother and a one contact, and the call will not allow so who may be on tea. This one could share trains to the corner on the very few hours or a sack of pick your more. It is out of Madame, a cousin, no qualify for the marijuana because they were what if I court. I'm a man final quarter that one day be beyond. I say, I want to be a bit. Mamma no, because of drugs, no, she's not stable for the case. One day running school be beyond. This are qualify for the marijuana. I'm a cousin.
Into our cousin no. First of all, when they are British, the stepchild na and I say on
cousin. On my men are British.
There be make an colano. When they are British.
Call me British.
In Colani na British.
Yes.
Okay, and if the inquire are all British, and then the stepfather is, let's say, Obia Obesha Nkolano because Omo wo ne mame ho. So Omo wo ne mame ho.
There be say a step out of that J. Ne banan say onu shia onu wo ba ko ba na wo ba ko no wonu ana o shia no ntu. Ama me cousin na agin court agin kwan puni na ama me cousin no.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Agye for ba no why court be be oba no no mess up. Nti oba ne be supervisor contact kwan say once a month under the supervision of nkwan maame nkwan nana. Ona nka onu nkwan ne ra so obe nkwara no.
Oh, okay. Now me doing someone else na nete.
Aha, oda no obi my main team more direct embaging kwa so bestow once a month.
Okay.
3 hours a month, yeah.
Okay. So if he's living with the children and he's been given contact orders, I know that makes it easier for him. And see, and when they say Ojina Nevano so a day 2.5 no.
No, it's like 2 hours already. Because so also obet ma qualify for Zamrano and in case obet ma qualify for Zamrano because 2 hours of the wajida that was never that. I might say kwame na be doing and say bibia on book e we call record one if your mama and can be into issue called other no another book. Mama the no she has messed up in the system so then
okay, into one can say they've given contact to or no any Nkolane Nana. So he's not the only primary carer. Pachawati I say. Because he's not the only primary carer of Nkolane, he will still come under your immigration rules.
Okay. Until me mana flow qualify for Zamrano.
Pachai.
Okay, let me that's it. Let me that's. Let me show up. Why? Let me show up. Okay, that's.
Yeah, that's it. Bye-bye. Okay. My phone will be on landline, so be my last caller if I can hear you. Auntie, hello? Hello? Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Mete wonka. Auntie Salo Eunice, what an enka? Won't an enka meti any our Panama catcher. Mete enka wajina swatch.
I look at crabat over to me akasa.
Yeah.
Yo, me pasa na matiempa. No, me pasa. Last week, we started questioning. Me husband who had the same problem. On the Nima for home office, time now for so. Me na now out say no. Me man here with that. Me na now say no. And so I work and I want to work for. And see last week, you know, we started questioning this time. I can say, onya obituary na the woman na. We be a couple. I will make media as and ya for home office. Me passion me husband here na one more Sunday. Obi sorry na ya na make me 18 year church of New Ghana. A mama send ya ba in Moscow. And I think so all to city. About because I affected emotionally. My blood pressure cholesterol all the time. Because you say one shana when me and one who ni na now the nine man in Bibiano. And sana normal you know I know I have problem can ama you know or papa tell us or this ya come na e say that that ya man get way you know ya the far can't fully enough and so I'm making so I'm making decision and I think when he can get the best part because you show online you baby cry you better send ya man you better post ya far na you better download go baby and almost have a camera patcho me question you she say and
is it from what you said? I think you were saying when it comes to the brother yeah in regards to the application nana area we from into open say or the count as extenuating circumstance nana from into open say or call a yenibi sana oka.
Me passion I happen so because I didn't say one I want to mean by it. Now person the blood pressure or pressure that here, but a person not doctor say on bet me a report.
Okay, that's
not for say what to be home.
Okay. And I think I've understood what you are saying. And in regards to the complaints, ABR or the application into my name say I don't know how many months it's been since or yeah biometrics no, but because of the fact say ne nana efrim before all the application crampo etum ninti or person okwe ye ni bi, and this is something that he is worried about because currently no it's looking like to me and make a decision in time for him to go to the funeral. If he can provide evidence of the nana death certificate no, and the fact say ye funeral no June 21st into June 21st no ye no so okobi, and it is something that has affected his health greatly until say GP no crampo ebe to me and my whole letter, and I said GP no me to me and my medical records to show says this is his situation. Into Sanet said dear, then we can say he can send that as evidence and email it to them. Usually no, meaning said those who are applying for 2.5 no, there's usually an SSH email address are usually so almost more evidence are almost email will say almost more evidence. And name to me and can show the exact email address because usually some hear more evidence. I almost be say send the evidence say now they are sending on email and see that could be another email that you could use to upload evidence. And that's over to me from I know say Home Office one also themselves have a way of, should I say, pushing things in terms of putting it on their system, say this needs urgent attention. And if you tell them what the situation is, they can also give you another email address that you can use to contact them in terms of extenuating circumstance. And also so you can either phone them, or if after the show you give us a call, we can also give you the other email address. So yeah.
Yo, me patona after the show, me friend number we are.
Patcha me the details no better dra.
Me patcho yo, me that's fine. I'm sure wife.
Yeah, me sure.
Bye bye.
Yo, bye. Yo, it's here for every muku so I'm free. Yedamwase. Money why anyhow. Yemano, I am 9 minutes past 11. Ain't say no. Yede Jumejino Ebba Nebi, Nansana, ye be free hano. Mema mu atiase no mo hu say BWF Solicitors on the 4th floor of the Anna House. I ewo 214 to 218 High Road, 7 Sisters, London N15 4NP. Landline of its main number no 0208 493 7340. Me repeating number no 0208 493 7340. Intimini abanade phone to say number uhiani. After so uwa emergency bia numbers are ubetimi afre any. Uncle Bernard, the number 077 127 61884. Lawyer Eunice yenini di juma NA on also emergency contact number 075 3581 3910. And Lawyer Richard, and so number 079 60 20 1500. After directions I would be called BWF Solicitors Airwood, 4th floor of the Anna House. So we call by Tuba, we hear 7 Sisters Tube Station, exit number 2. Bus in Sona would come, but your bus is a call 149 76 243 259 279 318 and 476. Who driving so there and I say a queen at the house with me a packet ever Tesco car park or amount 90 solid minutes, 1 hour 30 minutes. Yo, ye shared you mediana say my mama said BWF Solicitors a delay in family law. omoya immigration, omoya litigation and dispute resolution, and Ghanaian law and practices. Ain't no me pacho nyama bosu na issue will be more sa nyama bosu ya and na mesa media to dwan mutimi efre was so. Mema lawyer Eunice Kwine na wasame up very quickly. Am I sunset and then my friend, I mean to me, fan me pamucho na mesa media to Jano. Mr. Landline no fra, they will redirect your call to lawyers never offices hono. Ain't bombarding a friend 0208-493-7340. Lawyer Eunice, friend is saying, now who can say guy na say opiso access to the mana obehia into the first route will be the mediation, which will be done through Kafkas.
Into mediation no ever man a coin say way to me aqua court. Into if he tries mediation 9 year juma, they will sign him off. Ever man a coin say over to me I application not to court. Say court na eman a coin say over to me huneba. Into Kafkas no juma court no. And see, once he's made the application to the court, no, and the court have given him a hearing date, then they will say to him, Yabema Kafkas and answer social worker Oye Juma Emma Court, no, to now give us a report in terms of whether you can have access to Sa Akolano. They will interview each and every member within the family. Wo Akolano Mame, Akolano Anase and Kolano. They will interview all of them. They will do background checks on who Papano. They will do background checks on who Papa Mameno. They would get every information necessary from the schools and necessary bodies Akolano is part of. And then if you are saying said the court should also give you parental responsibility because within any birth set no swa. Then they would go ahead and ask for, you can ask for a DNA to be completed and they will take samples from Akolano and see if you are willing to pay for the DNA. Now it's your kana almost so almost in terms of
okay. I think what I was trying to establish was who does the mediation.
Family mediators. And so usually so we'll call online now, we'll share family mediators in your area. You will get quite a few of them. And so they are qualified family mediators are almost mediation.
Bueno. Okay, that's good. Yo, not lawyer Eunice, them say, my urine free said this Saturday way, and I Reverend Kofa Jenfi. Say bye to him. 21st May, Saturday, we are our Broadwater Farm Community Center. Broadwater Farm Community Center, Adams Road. Postcode near N17 6HE. Time near 6 p.m. Akopim 12 Hamachi. And address code near black and red. Widow Yekuna for Madam Yvonne Jemfi, aka Atapenny. And say, oh, Pedro and she say be a direction, why be a me pouch show. Number ubetimi afre me de numbers mienu to edra Prince Kobina ne number 074 327 19435 074 327 19435 and Jemfi Penny number 079 40 26 6125 079 4026 6125 80 me pamocho we Saturday na Sunday no be kwa sorry or Victory Life Baptist Church 156 Globe Road Bethnal Green postcode near E20LE 11 a.m. anapa copim 1 p.m. in the afternoon. Enti me patro mombra na momeja ebusuafo kwan esanse se eye osofo Kofa Jemfia anka obeba nanso nyame afre no enti mombra na yen say bye bye to him Saturday ya eba ya Broadwater Farm Community Center. Eunice, me sure say me home.
I try. Either Saturday, no. I think say Mikrono says this man played a very instrumental role in his life when he first moved here into on Fanindia Rokra. Thank you so much for also helping us in terms of programming. Without you, the program would not be what it is. Amen. And in terms of your viewers and confirm more sharing in no, meaning say Auntie Irene, the contact details no so atudra. Saying debi aye kano and yet immigration ejuma kwa na yedi ho ejuma. It is a issue in regards to either your family or it has to do with obia or obisa about civil matter, ever affecting the naturalization. We also deal with civil litigation, and yes, they are branching into wills as well. Into say more free number booking appointments and also more remote should I say consultation there. Your office number now over to me after a booking appointment. So person over your offices so you was 7 Sisters, you bang 7 Sisters underground station and not pay over any train Crampo Abba, King's Cross and now say Houston, whether you are outside of London now. You can get a Victoria line directly from Houston and now say from King's Cross directly to 7 Sisters. It's only a few minutes. Yeah, well, it's 2 7 Sisters underground station honum into Abrunsan Kesia and no na your friend Anna House. Wo baze BWF Yambazana na yetumi ama a room into yedam wase yeda munina ase for making this program the program it should be into nyame enkamo ho na dasende yes sign asia bio.
Indeed, nyame ye ya doma dasende but the chair mobe sign at yenka ain't no mo would asembisa ba ya mentimi amfan to Eunice no me pacho facheme ye Facebook asini na ye beda mwase bebre say abri na amohwe na motie yen nyame ya adomo a ye be hia dasende na Saturday so won bra me pacho bra na yenja Reverend Kofa Jemfia kwan ewo Broadwater Farm Community Center. You all have a lovely weekend. Lawyer Eunice, enjoy the rest of the week. Thank you. And God bless you. We shall meet again next week.
Have a good
Thursday,
weekend.
same time and place. Make a date with us.
Number 1 champion.
Do you know the
fair ma London. Yajia basobodie bebre. Ne ya redare ewo mransemu. Legal services, BTC family law, matrimonial law, immigration, dispute resolution, Ghanaian customary, any family law. Wo BWF die, yen solicitors edi enijie ene twitwaje wo na yebo nso nyeden kra. Yen partner penin pa Bernardo Wusu aye lawyer ewo UK memu bebru mfie duonu nkron 29 years. BWF Solicitors kra won ho. Inti se ba na ebusuansem bi te se child care eya abofrahwe mu awaregya ye ho twuma mentwe ene ohye ana injunction ye de to domestic violence so a ye ma legal assistance ya edimu na ye adwuma nso. Yen child care any family team no nim nia wo famu ewe ne ya wo bremu enu ntine yeto ye mbo asema wafutu a esefata ewo kokoa mu. Yen senior partner obi a Law Society Family Law Accreditation Panel agina tumu no sanso ye member na kyerɛ sɛ eba no sɛ ye gina wachi etwitwa agyew ɛwɔ family ɛne matrimonial cases ho a wonni haw koraa. Wopɛ advice ɛwɔ immigration nsɛnsɛm ho. Wɔ BWF Solicitors deɛ, yɛ immigration team no abredare ɛwɔ general immigration ho nsɛmsɛm kosi complex immigration, work permit, student visa ho ntotoyɛ ɛne entry clearance visas, family visas ne appeals. Yɛn senior partner ɛyɛ member na wasan gyina tum ɛwɔ Law Society Immigration Accreditation Panel. Enti sɛ yɛtae w'akyi a wonni haw koraa. Yɛbie yɛn office free dwada ekosi fiada anɔpa nɔnkron pɛɛ mu ekosi enumere nonsia ɛyɛ 9:30 AM kosi 6 PM ɛna memeneda nso ɛyɛ appointment nko a free anɔpa nondu ekosi ewia nɔnan ɛyɛ 10 AM kosi 4 PM. Yɛwɔ 4th floor ɛwɔ Anna House 214-218 Tottenham High Road, London N15 4NP. Sɛ wonnante firi 7 Sisters Underground nso a ɛyɛ kwan tiaa bi. Yɛn senior partner Bernardo Wusu san yɛ barrister yɛagye na to mu na ɔyɛ Ghana Bar Association member ɛna wasan gyina sɛ mmaranimfoɔ ɛwɔ court cases a ɛfa Ghana law ho. Wɔ advising local authorities, official solicitors office ne solicitors bebree ɛfa Ghanaian law ho yie. Na ɔsan yɛ obi a ɔtae kasa ɛwɔ radio ɛne TV so fa Ghanaian law ho.